Soapy's being a silly woman this morning. Good morning, everybody. What's that look like? Are we gonna get something? God, cross your fingers. It looks like it's coming down over there, north of us. And there's a good cloud hitting the valley, further north of us. This just kind of rolled in this morning here. Maybe we'll get some of that one. God, I hope so. But we got to feed out a bale, and we got to run to the city for some grocery type items. And when we get back, I'm going to hook up to that green machine, pull it out of the way. And then we're going to maybe even take him right out to the field. And then we're going to hook up to that machine right there, the hoe drills, check them over. It's time to get things ready. It's May 1st, guys. We got to get things rocking and rolling here. This is going to end up getting unhooked from here for a while, I'm thinking. It needs to be gone through. It needs a cleaning. I generally will do the oil changes in it before we start haying, after seeding. Plus, it had a whole bunch of fresh oil put in it midwinter when it was in the shop there. So, anyway, with no more ado, boop, let's get that friggin' bale shredded out and get something happening here. We'll talk to you guys later. Oh, our rain has come and it's gone. Can you see that? Look at the little droplets. You see it? That's how much we got. CP had to jump in the shower to make her hair wet. It rained so much. Let's do an investigation on that harrow, see what kind of bolts I need. Okay, guys, just thought I'd show you how much rain we actually got. It was bundles and bundles of it. How's that sound? Later. See the yellow line, guys? Yeah. She still can't friggin' park a truck worth a damn. And here we are, PV Marts of Regina, and there's supposed to be restrictions. The city of Regina is supposed to be in lockdown, but you almost can't find a friggin' parking stall in this goddamn parking lot. Restriction my ass. Talk to you guys later. Holy jumping Jiminy's, guys, it's crazy in that store. But hey, got a free cap. I'm not sure who Big Bill is, but that's what it says. I'll give it to CP. She can have it. Free cap for CP. It says Big Bill, but I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but she's a nasty woman today. Now I gotta take the cart and put it away. Later, guys. I'll put you on cam. You don't want everybody to see that, do you? So we're hooked up to the McCormick, and we're just fixing up the harrows a little bit, giving her a grease job. We had a couple of chains that were wore out, broke out, so we had to shorten them up. And then we added 1 or 2 in, so on and so forth. Yeah, the tines are a little bit wore down, but I think we'll be okay for now. For how much what we do with it, I think it'll be fine. So we just got to unhook these cables so we can grease these arms. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Back in got that? Because that's where the grease nipple is. Nice. You bend over.
Where's mine?
A little bit of lube.
Rag.
Where's your rag? You just made it all red. Okay, I gotta go, guys. Alrighty, guys. So, they did 1 round with the harrows. just to kind of take the ridge out a little bit that I made when I was disking. And see there? We're pushing the red line for the temperature gauge because I did not blow the friggin' rads out, and there's probably chaff and shit in there from this winter from feeding cows. So now we gotta go home and blow the rads out. And I'm not sure what CP's doing. Okay, we'll bring you guys back after. Alrighty guys, well, she's not overheating no more. And I got the AC going because it's so bloody warm in this tractor. And we use a Harrowing. We're not doing heroin, we're harrowing. Right, babe? I got big hairs. Just trying to bust up these lumps a little bit and smoothing out the field a little bit is the whole idea. And it is kind of breaking up the lumps a little, so, and that's the whole idea, without actually hitting it with a disc to dry the ground down too much. And try not to take out the fence too much. Normally all we ever pull is like friggin' 14 or 16 feet, not 60, right? So, but she's a little bouncy still, and that's just the way it is. We actually marked the field out. We took a couple of plastic bags, white plastic bags, and basically I'll turn you around. Basically I just backed the truck up to the far end, right along the road, and I drove along the fence line out there and got to where our gate is and kept reading the odometer, and then we came across and did it the same thing on this other side of the fence line, so that and then we put a bag at each post where the odometer read exactly the same. So we should be pretty darn close. We might be off by a couple of feet, but it won't be that big a deal. Anyway, we're going to continue harrowing this 30 acres, approximately 30 acres, and we'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, you can see that bag right there. So from that bag, that white plastic bag tied to that post, and then all the way down. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in enough. Here. Camera might be a little dirty, but you can kind of make it out. Right there. You can see that other white plastic bag. So that's my line, so to speak, for this 30-acre field of our gamble crop. Now we got this harrowed, and it did break it up somewhat, but in the low spots and the water runs, yeah, that's going to take some work to get it all smoothened out and worked down properly. Look at my window, it's just friggin' dirty as hell. But it'll be what it'll be for this year. And then if we have enough moisture, just that it's so friggin' dry and in that heavy, hard packed area, it didn't break down worth a darn for us. So what do you do, right? Basically all we got to do now is get the seed in the ground, right? Anyways, I am going to work this machine over to the pasture area, and then I'm told it's basically supper time. I've got the notification that supper is getting real close to being ready. So we'll work this machine and get it in the pasture, and then I'll just unhook and head for home with the tractor. home is just right over there anyways, so it's not that far away. And I'm thinking what we're gonna end up doing here, if I can find one, we'll get the seed in the ground, and then I'm gonna get a land roller if I can find one where I can rent from a neighbor or something. Rent a land roller and roll this 30 acres. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go here. Here's one of them water runs that didn't work up worth a darn. You can see the difference, right? But oh well, it's not great, but I don't know. We'll see what grows in there, if anything, right? Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, well, we finally got in the pasture here. And you can see all that manure that's kind of piled up here and there. It's scattered around pretty good, but the whole idea here now is to basically just break it up more and spread it around more and utilize it a lot better. Now you got a little bit of a pile right there, and that looks like manure, but it actually is mostly snow underneath all that. And we're just gonna hit it and see what happens here. See if that kind of pulls that apart, and you can see the snow back there, right? And so after I hit it a few more times with the harrows, I'll be able to spread it around a little better. But this is what we're going to be doing out here now for a little bit. I might push the gun here and see if CP says, "Where the hell are you?" So Little Red is pulling this harrow a lot nicer on this hard ground than he was out there, that's for sure. He didn't like being over there. It was making him work a lot harder than he's ever worked. Because here, like, the most work he's ever done was pull a hay bine or work with the round baler. And that was the little round baler. He's never been on the big round baler. But you can see how it's breaking up that straw. There. So, and it's breaking up them manure patties a little better, them cow patties, them shit turds. And we get a little bit of moisture, and all of that is going to add to like a fertilizer on this pasture land. At least that's the theory and that's the idea, and we've done it for the last couple of years, and it's helped, but man, it's really dry. And for how dry it is, I don't know how much it's going to help, but having the manure out here is definitely going to help no matter what. How's that sound? Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. We'll talk later. Okay, guys, so you can see here there isn't much for manure or nothing, but when you pick it up and it gets heavy in the harrows, see how it's dragging it out, spreading it? So that way we can, instead of having a big pile in one spot, like right here, it's really heavy. Now the harrows are gonna pick that up and spread it around, and it's gonna break that straw down, break that manure, that cow turds down, and spread it out over a lot larger area. So a lot larger area, that's just free fertilizer basically, and we're just utilizing it a lot better this way. That's the idea anyways. Now in areas where we bedded the animals down, like right here, we got a bit of a black spot. And right there's a bit of a black spot. Well, that's where we bedded the animals down 2 years ago, and I'm gonna guess that the grass is gonna start growing back in this area quite nicely this year, now that the manure is broke down good enough. But we'll take some of that organic matter and move it around also, just like that. You see that, right? For anybody that's not into this farming thing and is kind of curious, this is one way of having your animals work for you by spreading the manure around a little bit more, so we don't have to haul it out with the tractor. All I got to do is come out here and break it down a little bit better with the harrows, and that's gonna help utilize it a lot better for us. And like I said, there you can see it piling, so it's picking it up with the harrows, and then when we get through that area, now it'll start spreading it out more to cover a lot larger ground base, right? Nice. That's what you want to see right there. Yeah. Yeehaw! Let's keep her rocking and rolling. We got a lot to do. Where it's really heavy up here in our bed down areas, in our feed areas from last winter. That stuff we're gonna hit a couple, 2-3 times at all different directions to spread it around as much as we possibly can. You can see where the grass is kind of getting green now, and it's thicker where it's closer to those bed down areas, which is great, but that's a heavy manure content, and we want to break it up and move it around more. So anyway, talk to you guys later. I'm gonna keep on going here. Alrighty guys, well there he is. And these harrows, for anybody wondering, they're 60 feet, medium duty. What is it, 5 bar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are wore down, the tines are wore down. I'm not going to deny it. They could use new tines on them, but they still work pretty good. It's a Blanchard. That's what we use anyway. I'm almost wishing we had roller packers on the backside of them, but we don't got that. But you can see here on the hilltop how that manure and straw is all spread around more. And I just had a phone call from CP saying that supper's getting cold, basically. She's wondering where the heck I am and what I'm doing. So the house is just up there, a couple 100 yards away. So we're gonna leave that guy sit there for the evening, and we'll call her quits for today. So yeah, at least we got the harrows all serviced up and working, and they seem to be working good for us. And tomorrow, if I'm not out here myself, I might let CP play out here a little bit. She's never really done that before, and she likes playing with stuff like that out in the field. So anyways, give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends and family. Get them to come on board and subscribe with you. Lots of people are telling us we've got some good content, and hey, if you guys think we got good content, subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost nothing to subscribe. So anyway, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow. See what happens. Later.